Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, and if you are new, welcome to my channel. I am Jamie Beth. Today we're going to do another story time and makeup, and today's story time and makeup is about things that are haunted and the stories behind them. Now, I have heard of a couple of these things, and I'm sure some of you have heard of a couple of these things as well. Our first haunted object is the cursed mirror. Now, this mirror is located in the Myrtles plantation. I did do a video on the, or story time and makeup on the Myrtles plantation. I don't know if it's going to be before or after this one, but I did do one, so check it out. Like I said, I'm not sure if it's going to be before or after this video. I am again reading from notes that I have because I can't remember all this information. Anyways, the Myrtles plantation in Louisiana. So, there is a mirror in this house, and locals claim that the mirror is cursed and has the spirits of Sarah Woodruff and her two children who were poisoned by their slave Chloe and trapped inside. I don't think I went over this story in my Myrtles plantation video because I know I mentioned it already in a prior video of the most haunted places in America, so I didn't want to keep repeating the same stories over and over again. But the only reason why I'm repeating it in this one is because this specific mirror has something to do with that family. Moving along to the Baker's wedding dress. It's a wedding dress of Anna Baker, who fell in love with an iron worker. Legends claim that Anna eloped from her home to get married to her lover, but her father forcefully brought her back and locked her in a bedroom. She then refused to marry anyone else and spent the rest of her life alone. After her death, the members of the Baker's family reported spotting Anna's wedding dress at different places around the house. So this dress would like move from room to room. Some of them even saw the spirit of Anna Baker moving around the house dressed in the same wedding dress. Now, here is something that I know most of the world knows is the Annabelle doll. What I don't think a lot of people know is the movie that came out about Annabelle is not what the real Annabelle doll looks like. They changed it to be something scarier than what it is. It's actually a Raggedy Ann doll. And the discovery of this doll dates back to 1970 when a mother brought it home from an antique shop as a birthday gift for her daughter. Soon, the family noticed strange things happening inside the house related to the doll. The family then called for help of the renowned psychic investigators, Ed and Lorraine Warren. What they found was that the doll possesses a spirit of a 7-year-old girl named Annabelle Higgins, who was brutally murdered. The doll is now in the occult mansion in Connecticut. Warrens had an occult museum, so they have the Annabelle doll locked in a box with a giant sign that says, "Do not touch." Now, this is another one I think people might have heard of. This is a painting that is called The Hand Resist Him. And the Hand Resist Him painting, which was done by the artist Bill Stoneham, is probably one of the most haunted pieces of art there is. This painting is a representation of the doorway that connects our world into the world of spirits. The owners of the painting have claimed that the characters in it move or disappear at night. I believe there's been some programs done, like paranormal programs done, talking and discussing more in detail about these types of things, like this painting and the Annabelle doll, and then there's another doll called Robert that is also a haunted doll. Moving on to another painting, and this painting is called the Anguished Man painting. John Robinson inherited the painting from his grandmother and decided to hang the painting on the wall of his home. Families started experiencing paranormal events like cracking of the doors in the middle of the night and the sudden blood-curdling screams coming from absolutely nowhere. His wife decided to investigate the origins of this painting and found that the artist who painted this committed suicide. Before he committed suicide, he used his own blood mixed in with his paints to create the painting. In learning of what this man did and used to create this painting, the couple decided it was best to hide the painting in their basement. I would have burned it. I wouldn't have hid it anywhere. The next story is called A Piece of Uluru Rock. I think I said that correctly. Uluru Rock is a large sandstone formation in the southern part of the Northern Territory in Australia. Also known as the Ayers Rock, this place is sacred for the Aboriginal people of the area. This is the reason they request, or rather advise, visitors not to take anything from these sites. There are people that have smuggled small chunks of the formation and experienced bad luck, severe illness, terrible breakups, and even death of loved ones. So don't touch the dang rock, people. Moving along, we are going to talk about another painting. Seems like paintings trap a lot of people. The painting of the crying boy. The crying boy painting was created by artist Giovanni Bragolin and became famous quickly. Because of the popularity of this painting, it was mass produced and was found in many homes across Britain. So after these people that purchased this painting started hanging it up in their homes, mysterious fires started breaking out in these homes. A weird part of this, not that every home that had this painting caught fire, the weird thing was in every home that caught fire, it didn't matter how severe the fire was, the painting would not be harmed in any way, shape, or form. Okay, let's move on to the next story. Now, we are to this other doll that is pretty famous. I think he is. I've heard this story multiple times on many different paranormal shows. This is Robert the Evil Doll. Robert Otto was gifted a look-alike doll from one of his servants, who apparently hated his family. Apparently this family didn't know that they were hated so much, or they probably wouldn't have accepted this gift. Neighbors of Robert used to hear him having conversations with the doll. A couple bought the house, and their 8-year-old daughter found the doll in their attic. The little girl often claimed that the doll was trying to kill her. The doll is now on display in a museum in Key West and still believed to curse people. And this is one thing I have no inkling to ever go see in person, because I don't know what it is about this story, but it actually, I mean, it really does scare me. We are now going to move on to a piece of jewelry, and everyone knows what this piece of jewelry is. It is the Hope Diamond. The Hope Diamond must be kept away from any human touch. This famous jewel is an unusually large size with a soothing blue shade, and it is worth $250 million. Folklore states that a French merchant plucked the gem from one of the eyes of a Hindu idol in 1653, and ever since then, whoever owns this 115 karat blue diamond opens the door to bad luck. Now we know why the Titanic sank, because Cal had the dang Hope Diamond on the ship. Moron. I'm just kidding. I know why the Titanic sank, and I know that story wasn't even true. This one is interesting, and I've heard this one before as well. This is called the Thomas Busby chair, popularly known as the Busby stoop chair. This wooden furniture is cursed by the spirit of Thomas Busby, and I don't even know if I'm saying that correctly. Busby, maybe it's Busby. Anyways, this dude's chair is cursed. Do not sit in it. This gentleman was known to ruthlessly murder people before getting hanged for his crimes. he requested to have a meal at his favorite local pub. After finishing his meal, he stood up and said, "May sudden death come to anyone who dares sit in my chair." And ever since then, 63 people who dared to sit on that chair met untimely and terrifying deaths. Later, the owner of the pub donated the chair to the Thirsk Museum in the UK, and it is still there, hung 1.5 meters off the ground to prevent any further deaths. The next one is a really interesting story. It is called the dybbuk box. I think that's how you pronounce it, dybbuk. The dybbuk box came into light 2001 when Kevin Mannis purchased a wine cabinet and started having terrible nightmares. He then decided to gift the cabinet to his mother, who suffered a stroke the very day she received it. Not just this instance, but everyone who has ever owned this wine cabinet has reported experiencing horrible events. The last owner of the cabinet, his name was Jason Haxton, found out that the box possesses the spirit of a malicious Jewish creature called the dybbuk, who has the ability to haunt and possess the living. That was our final story to wrap up these objects that are some of the most haunted objects in the world. If anyone has received anything like that where there was a weird type of energy attached to it and weird things happened while that item was in your home and then stopped as soon as you got rid of it, let me know in the comments below. I would love to hear your story. If you liked this video, please give it a thumbs up and remember to hit that subscribe button down below if you haven't already, as well as the notification bell next to it to be notified of all of my upcoming videos. Thank you so much, and I'll see you again soon. Bye.